Hi there, welcome to Kneppy Invest and welcome to July the 4th, 2024. They celebrate Independence Day on this particular date in America. So, over the next 24 hours, they'll be doing that. For us in Australia, it's just the normal trading day. However, looking at indices, up, green, lots of green, except tech is not up all that much, which confuses me to no end because tech had a really good day on the American markets, up 0.8%. Well, NASDAQ was up. Dow Jones was actually down. And that was fairly similar to the previous day, yet yesterday was fairly tepid on the Australian markets. Why are we rallying hard today? Maybe it's to do with mining because resources is up 2.26%. So the agenda for today's video, the other thing I noticed today, before I get into the agenda, a lot of companies that have had little bits of sell-off in the last few days saw a bit of a sell-off today, and I'll show you two interesting charts, COSOL and Demerix, and sometimes sentiment can linger, negative sentiment or even positive sentiment can linger for a while, but sometimes sentiment can shift dramatically in intraday or intraday trading, and you'll see that when we look at Demerix. Hopefully the share price hasn't dropped from when I just looked at it like 5 minutes ago. Anyway, so the agenda for today's video, fairly similar than all other videos. ASX Today, we'll look at the best and worst performing sectors, indices, and also companies. No tweets. Again, I didn't have a look at tweets. Took the dogs out for a 3-hour walk this morning. Came home at 9:45 a.m. straight into looking at ASX announcements. And then once I'd finished that within 15 minutes, I went and did other stuff. So no looking at tweets. I have no idea what's happening in the Twitter world or Twitterverse. So unfortunately, for those who do like that part of the video, sometimes I'm neglectful and won't show you any tweets. That's because sometimes I don't look at Twitter. Sometimes. I was going to show you retail numbers. They did come out yesterday. If I don't forget, I might show you retail numbers at the end of the video. In fact, I'll do that now. Instead of doing that now, I'll tell you what else I'm going to do in this video. So all the normal things, looking at the top 5 announcements of the day and then some charts. But let's have a look at the retail numbers and ASB, or ABS, sorry. Oh, jeez. And I'm pretty sure this is it. Released the 3rd of July. That's yesterday. Yes, 3rd of July. So rose 0.6% month on month, rose 1.7% compared with May 2023. So I suppose that's okay. I wonder what the Twitterverse is saying about this. Nothing too bad with these numbers. At least it's not negative. If you do go through this, they go through by industry. So you can see what industries or what sectors have done well, what sectors have not done well. For instance, clothing, footwear, and personal accessories retailing up 1.6%. But department stores down at 0.9%. That could be bad news for Maya. Cafes, restaurants down a little bit. And household goods retailing up as well, food retailing up as well. And here we have by state. So yay to Victoria, West Australia, nay to South Australia and New South Wales, who are both negative. Yeah, negative. And then look at by industry. Food retailing, looks pretty good. Household goods retailing. What's the department stores? Yeah. Anyway. So have a look at that if you really, really want to. So retail numbers, I suppose, okay. I don't know. What was the expectations? I didn't see any significant drop in the markets when these results were released. So no surprises there in regards to retail numbers, I think. Anyway, let's have a look at the ASX today. And yeah, pretty good day just by looking at all the green. 2 sectors down. IT down slightly. I don't understand. NASDAQ had a really good day, up 0.87%. In fact, the Dow Jones was negative. So I thought IT would have a good day or information technology would have a good day. I didn't have a look to see how mining or commodities did. So let's have a look at that really quickly now. So gold, gold had an okay day. Copper had a really nice day, up 2.6%. Silver, I suppose, okay. Yep, silver was up. Silver's up almost 4%. So far negative today. Nickel was up a little bit as well. So looking at this, what about oil? How did oil do? Oil, yeah, not much happening with oil. Anyway, so it looks like, looks like commodities had a pretty good 24 hours, and that's probably why the mining sector has had a good day today. Materials up 2.25%. Real estate up 1.7%, which is an indication that the market's thinking now bonds or interest rates won't rise. Yesterday they were thinking, or the other last few days they're thinking, or the market's thinking interest rates will significantly rise. So we have to sell our real estate companies. Now it's shifted. So again, sentiment can shift quite dramatically in a fairly short period of time. And we'll have a look at the ASX 20. So up 1.46%. I would say, what's in utilities like AGL? But AGL's not in the ASX 20. So I am not sure which companies are going to be down. I'm going to say two companies down. I'm going to say WiseTech's down today and REA Group. Okay, so, I've got this right. So two companies down, 18 up, and two companies down, Transurban and WiseTech. Got one out of two, and REA Group is up 1%. Okay, so Transurban, I thought was utility. No, it's industrials. Yeah, it's industrials, yes. I thought it should be in utilities, but it's not. It's industrials. Okay, so let's have a look at the best performing and worst performing companies on the ASX Today. Panther Metals, but it's on very low turnover. Rincon Resources up 27.27%. I don't remember this company releasing any announcements, but doesn't mean they didn't. And there we go. They released an announcement yesterday. So Avalon drill program to commence. Is this a delayed reaction, or did Rincon Resources have a good day yesterday and this is a follow through? No. Chart looks interesting though, doesn't it? Chart does look interesting for Rincon. I don't think I've got this on any of my watch lists. I don't. I'm going to put this into my high volume spec because you can see there was really good volume in April. Share price has pulled back and has started to move higher again, but it's on lower volume. Interesting there. Olympio Metals, AML 3Ds had another really good day. That's just a pump from Next Investors. And Waratah Minerals, up over 100% yesterday. Another good day today. That's a good sign moving forward for that company. So a potential trade when it comes to Waratah Minerals. Let's have a look at the chart right now for Waratah Minerals. And I was thinking this could be a breakout yesterday, and I'm thinking today is a confirmation of a breakout. Really good volume again today, and yeah, enough demand for any extra supply of shares on the market. So a really good day for Waratah Minerals. I'd like to see a little bit more consolidation though, but that's okay. And otherwise, anything else here of interest? No. The answer to that is no. Let's have a look by market cap. So Zip, another good day. And I think this is a breakout. Let's have a look at Zip's chart right now. I reckon today is a potential breakout for Zip. It's gone through a little purple box I have, which is a resistance zone. It's gone through that on strength. Some good volume coming through today, just like yesterday. So this chart is looking really good right now for Zip. Yeah, very good looking chart for Zip. And otherwise, WA1 Resources, a good day for this company. Highly volatile, heaps volatile. And this is one of those good days. You can see a lot of volatility in this company over the past, let's say, month and a half. Share price went from $23 down to $15, back now up to $21.51 or 55 cents. Mesoblast, highly volatile. Nuix, so just like a few other companies that had a good day yesterday, that positive sentiment has transferred to today. So another good day for Nuix. Let's have a look at Nuix. Yeah, really good day. This is a beautiful or developing beautiful chart. So I am trading this company just like I'm trading Zip. Both charts looking nice. I'm not trading WA1 Resources, not trading Mesoblast, not trading PYC Therapeutics, and Southern Cross Gold. Let's have a look at Southern Cross Gold. This has been on my screen list for a while, and we have seen the dip, and now share price is starting to go higher again. So a possible buy dip for Southern Cross Gold. Then we also have Arafura Rare Earths. Fenix Resources is in my top 5 announcements of the day. So coming in number 4, maybe it should have been higher. E-Road broke out the other day, and another good day. So I've been looking at E-Road. And I did mention this company. I think this could be like the 3rd or 4th day in a row I've mentioned E-Road. Breakout happened a few days ago on the 2nd of July. Share price broke above $1 and positive sentiment has continued for this company. Some good volume coming through. If you just get rid of this one day, this spike in volume on that day, some really good volume has come through for E-Road. And what else do we have here? Optiscan, which is oil, ticker code. That chart has been looking spectacular as well. So many good charts. So some people have been mentioning that the market's been quite choppy, but even though the market has been quite choppy, there's still opportunities out there, and this is one of them. Optiscan Imaging, a little bit of pullback the last 2 days, but back to the uptrend today. I'm not trading that company. And that's it. Okay, so let's have a look at the worst performing companies, and this is where you don't want to see any companies of own, because when the market is up quite high, you want to see all your companies perform well. Okoda. What's happening with Okoda? It's a low volume. So Okoda, I'm pretty sure I've showed a chart in this. So this company was a bit of a, I wouldn't say market darling. This is sort of a rounding top. Sort of like that. Although you want to see lower volume here and then increasing volume. Anyway, this is you can just see sort of like a shift in sentiment from positive to negative gradually over about a 4 to 5 month period. And now that sentiment is highly negative, down 15% today, or roughly that. And share price is at 13 cents. Has fallen from as high as 34 cents. I think there's a chance if this company releases a okay Appendix 4C, that could put a lid on this particular negative decline in share price. West African Resources, which I do own, they are doing a capital raising. That's why the share price has dropped. So I won't talk about that company. Don't really want to discuss when companies do capital raisings. That's why the share price has dropped for that company. That's a simple explanation. Bird Technology had a good day yesterday, down again today. Not again, down today. And nothing of interest. Atomos was a possible announcement of the day, but now 9.52%. The company did release a trading update. I didn't think it was that bad, but yeah, the market has sold off. But market cap of 23 million. Woo. So let's have a look by market cap. Pro Medicus down, just noise. I'm going to call this noise for Pro Medicus. I'd say this is also possibly just profit taking. Yeah, I'm saying this is profit taking. Share price, there's nothing wrong with this chart. Some people would say, oh, this is a bad one-day candlestick. And we have seen the volume has been very low, though. So this is just people just, put it this way. When you see this sort of day for Pro Medicus, it's just that there's more enthusiasm among the sellers than there are the buyers. And what can happen is some of the sellers dump on market, and some of the sellers say that some of the buyers see that the sellers are dumping on market, so they withdraw their bids and actually lower them, expecting or hoping the sellers will dump on market again. That's why the share price has been dropping, because of dumps on market. And there's been no buyers saying, well, the sellers have dried up, I need to buy or buy on market to get my shares. They're thinking, oh, I don't have to do that today, because the enthusiasm from the sellers is quite high, hence you get this sort of sell-off. And more than likely, I'd say over the next few days, it's going to reverse as the sellers dry off. It could be just one seller, it could be just one fund manager taking profits, because I've been thinking about taking profits with this company. Has a market cap of 14.2 billion and a PE ratio of 200. Yes, 200. I don't see much value in this. I would not be buying this if I did not have shares in it. I'd be more like selling it instead of buying it. Anyway, anything else here? Satire, good day yesterday, bad day today. Korea had a bad day a few days ago, good day yesterday, another bad day today. Oh yeah, so it's been, I don't know. This could be interesting. I'm going to wait for their Appendix 4C before I even think about buying or looking at Korea. I'm just thinking this could be a bit of a bounce, could be a bit of a dip, and the share price might increase after this. Possible. What else? Finbar has been popping up on my radar. I did notice Finbar. I don't know what they do. I think they're property development, I think. But the reason this company popped up on my radar is because share price has moved into an uptrend. The share price increased 8.7% yesterday. Now it's down 6.3%. So just a bit of noise the last 2 days. Really low volume, so it's just noise. for Finbar. And anything else? Nothing else. So that's by markup. So nothing too exciting when it comes to announcements today. Okay, so let's get into the top 5 announcements of the day. A few of the companies that did not make it in the top 5. Boss Energy, they're talking about production or something. Regal Partners released their funds under management or something like that. Regal Partners, what was it? This was yesterday afternoon. Preliminary first half performance fee and June 2024 funds under management. Nickel Industries released some sort of update, and it was a little bit negative, but because maybe of a rally in nickel prices, Nickel Industries is not down. So a company update. Atomos, I've already mentioned this company. Atomos released a trading update. Didn't sound that negative, but the market has not liked it, down a little bit, 0.2 cents. And Boss Energy, what was Boss Energy's? I forget. It was something to do with production. Boss set to ship first U308 from Honeymoon. So they've gone into production and they're about to sell something and receive some money. So we do get excited about that. However, the share price is down. And yeah, West African Resources is the other company that could have made it in my top 5 announcements if today was a little bit more boring. Okay, so let's get into the top 5 announcements of the day, starting with Magellan Financial Group. Now, we know Regal Partners released their funds under management. This is a time of year we will see more companies release their funds under management. We also, in the period of time when mining companies, release their production updates. For instance, Capricorn Metals, update, gold production. And there's probably a few others that I can't remember right now. Was it West Gold? Did they release theirs? Yeah, or sort of. Build 16 million cash, bullion and liquids in Q4 financial year 24. Anyway, so Magellan Financial Group released their updated funds under management, share price up 6.1%. I opened up this and I went, nah, whatever. So net flows were flat. So at least net flows weren't down and comprised net retail outflows of 0.2 billion and net institutional inflows of 0.2 billion. So at least net flows aren't down. They are flat, and total funds under management down slightly from 36.7 to 36.6 billion dollars. So market might be thinking at least flows aren't down, they are flat. So let's have a look at the chart for Magellan. Is this a potential breakout for the company? Don't forget, it's MFG, not MGF. MGF is Magellan something. Magellan Global Fund, which is completely different. If you have a look at the chart for Magellan Global Fund, what a chart! This is an absolutely brilliant chart. So don't get confused. Some people do. Don't forget, during that meme stock craze 3 years ago, GameStop, during that period of time, GameStop, which had a ticker code GME, another company on the ASX with a ticker code GME, was bought insanely because of the ticker code. So there were people back then who were buying this company. I'm not even sure they're still listed. Yeah, they're not even listed anymore. Wonder what they're used to. GME ASX. No, it says they are. It's not showing up here. I don't know what. Anyway, and so a lot of people were buying this particular mining exploring company thinking it was GameStop because it had the same ticker code. They didn't realize you can have the same ticker code on different exchanges. Interesting. Anyway, so let's have a look at Magellan Financial Group. And so, yeah, no, possible. I'm going to say possible. I'm not quite there yet. We're not at not even a 3-month high yet. The last time share price was this high was the 6th of May. So we are talking about, 2 months ago. But some good buying has come in today. I probably would prefer a little bit more volume, but an okay chart. I'm going to call this an okay chart. for Magellan Financial Group, coming in at number 5. And these are the sort of announcements we're going to see more and more during the rest of July. We're going to start seeing Appendix 4Cs, Appendix 5Bs, quarterly activity reports from mining companies, that sort of thing will become fairly common towards the end of July. Coming in number 4, we have Fenix, a company I was trading, then I sold out, and yeah, it's had a really good run, Fenix. It's more than just an iron ore company. And they're going to restart mining at Shine. And one of the reasons they decided to restart mining at Shine is because they're more diversified. And I think they say it here. Yeah, the investment decision follows the completion of detailed review and the implementation of operational strategies to improve and de-risk the project. I wasn't thinking of that. And here it is. Yeah. Fenix's transport logistics and port infrastructure vastly improves the economic outlook for Shine, with minimal capital expenditure required to restart mining operations and all critical site infrastructure and approvals in place. So again, Fenix transport logistics and port infrastructure. So again, not just an iron ore company. Say that. And I just wish I didn't sell this, because I was just thinking this is just an iron, not thinking, but I was just trading this company as an iron ore company, but it's more than that now. And you can see that by the chart. And if you compare the chart of Fenix to iron ore prices, there's a disconnect there, which actually is a good sign for this company. So this is the chart for Fenix. It looks a pretty good chart, a little bit of a dip, and now it's just taken off. Really good volume coming in through today. And yeah, the buy point for this company was 11th of April. Share price 27 cents. Just around there, yeah. You could have waited a little bit, bought on this particular breakout on the 6th of May for a little bit of a higher share price. But yeah, looks pretty good, Fenix. But if you do look at the weekly chart, share price has been this high before. So the question is, and you can just see the weekly charts, just share price going sideways. So the question is, can this continue? And we have seen in the past big sell-offs. So there was 29th of August 2022, share price sold off 23% in 1 week. In August 2023, share price sold off 17% in 1 week. That could be cause of dividends. And we can just go like this, adjust it for dividends. And if you adjust it for dividends, the chart looks pretty good, doesn't it? It's a little bit of a different look when you do adjust it for dividends. This could be more of a long-term buy if you take into account dividends. But the chart looks pretty good right now. So I bought it about 24 cents and I sold it for a small profit. I should have just maintained a position. Would have been up 50% right now. That's okay. Those sort of situations happen time and time again. You make those decisions. Not all your decisions are going to be absolutely perfect. A company coming in number 3 called eCargo. I'm assuming this is an e-commerce company. Could be completely mistaken. Down 63.16%. Yes, down at 63.16%. And they've decided to voluntarily delist from the ASX. And the whole reason I wanted to include this company is because of one of the reasons they've decided to delist. And you can just see what happened to the share price today. So let's have a look at one of the reasons why they've decided to delist. And it becomes, it comes around, it revolves around valuation. In fact, that's number 1 reason. And this is the reason. The board considers that the trading price of the company's CDIs in recent years implies a valuation that has been and remains consistently and materially lower than the valuations of unlisted and listed companies of a comparable nature and scale of eCargo. And what would they be thinking now? The share price down 63%. And I can tell you, shareholders would not be happy, because if you think the company is undervalued by the market, do a share buyback. If you can't do a share buyback because you're not profitable or not generating cash flow, then are you undervalued? Yes. And you're not going to find increased value if you delist. Your companies that are listed on an exchange are valued higher because people can trade shares and there's better access to capital. This is one of the worst reasons to delist, because you're undervalued. It's stupidity. Absolutely stupidity. Some of the other reasons might be okay, like liquidity. Yeah, fine. Australian market sentiment, the negative perception towards Chinese listed stocks. Well, yeah, that's absolutely true. I had no idea this was a Chinese listed stock. Yeah, so I had no idea about that. And costs. Yeah, that's pretty true. What does this company do? So is it e-commerce in China or Hong Kong? Yeah. A listed supply chain solutions provider helping brands expand in the Asian market with specific focus on China. I thought this might have been a Chinese company, but yeah, if it was a Chinese company, I'd not even be talking about it. And there are reasons behind that. Anyway, so stupid reason to delist because you think the company is undervalued. Just do a share buyback. In fact, I'm not even going to talk about this company anymore. Let's just have a look at the chart, and I could say the shareholders of this company are absolutely pissed off right now, peeved off, and yeah, you've just made the share price move to an all-time low. Good work, management. Good work. Good work. Share price has been on runs during the past few years. There is a lack of liquidity, by the way. You can just tell that by the chart. Yeah, there's not a lot of trading on this company. Yeah, you can see there's periods of time, long periods of time where there's no trading. It's not as bad as I have seen, but it's not that liquid. And there was one day the share price dropped 43% on not much shares traded. And before that, they were seeing shares traded of less than or between 100 and 200 shares. Yeah. Anyway, this company probably should not be listed on the exchange, but don't give me that reason. Don't give me it's undervalued. I mean, yeah, it's just, yeah, just. I was going to look at the financials. Is this company profitable? I just wanted to see if they're profitable, because if they're generating cash flow and profitable, then they're slightly profitable. And if you're generating, let's have a look. Here it is. Receipts of customers. Yeah, they're bare. If you look at the last few years, yeah, they did burn through a fair bit of cash. Yeah, they probably don't have the cash to do a share buyback. Anyway, so not a company I would even think about buying. eCargo, market cap currently 12 million, so it's about less than 5 million now. Congratulations, you have destroyed capital or shareholder wealth by saying you want to delist because the company is undervalued. Now it's significantly undervalued. Anyway, rant over for eCargo, coming in at number 3. Coming in number 2 is a company I don't know much about, Tamawood. Share price up 14.1% today. And they did financial year 24 profit before tax increase of 167.5% on prior year. I saw that particular title, went, interesting title. What do you do, Tamawood? I thought maybe wood supplies. I have no idea. Just got wood there. And let's have a look what this company does. Well, they don't have an about section, but I did notice this future outlook. They talked about the housing market. So I'm assuming they're builders or something to do with property. A strong base of subcontractors, suppliers who have worked with Dixon Homes, okay? And they're talking about the housing market in Queensland. So they're fairly limited geographically, maybe confined just to Queensland. And they're talking there's a bit of uncertainty in regards to upcoming state election. There's not going to be much difference between which party is elected. This company won't suffer all that much or won't do good, because that's a really bad way of saying it. Depending on which company or which party is elected. The current economic pressures of inflation, interest rates on home buyers and builders. Yep. Shortage of land in southeast Queensland due to complex approval processes and land banking. Complex approval processes is another way of saying red tape. Red tape. And there's enough land. There's enough land. And you don't even have to bulldoze any forests. There's enough land. Build up. Build up. Just look at all the big cities in the world. They've built up. You don't have to expand outwards. Build up. And unpredictable weather conditions. Yes, weather is always unpredictable. You will never change that. Okay, so I'm pretty sure they're a building company. I'm just going to confirm that. Is there a back session? Tamawood in ComSec, it says, focus on construction contracts, renewable energy certificates, franchise revenue, and sale of goods. Market cap is about $90 million. I could just, it says it's consumer discretionary. Okay. Derives its revenue from contract home construction, home design, and other associated activities. Yep. Okay. And I haven't even looked at the announcement. So their revenue, their profit before tax of $8 million. Last year was $3 million. And cash on hand at the end of the year is 6.1 million compared to 5.2 million. So things are moving maybe in the right direction for this company, even though there is a lot of uncertainty. So let's have a look at the chart for this company I know nothing about. I wonder if this company is on my watch list or any of my watch lists. Let's see if it is. It is. It's in my buildings watch list. There you go. And you can see why I have not paid any attention to this company. It's not in the right sector for me to qualify this company as high quality. And the chart, blah, absolutely blah. This is the weekly chart, by the way. So this goes back to 2018. And there's probably been no period during this 6-year period where I would have went, this is in a nice uptrend. Not one single period. Even if you look at the daily chart, well, you could say it right here, but yeah, it's a little bit of volatility. Sort of did break out in November, but yeah, I wouldn't have been paying attention to this company at all. Not at all. If you look at the daily chart going even further back, well-defined downtrend has come to an end. But anyway, no interest in Tamawood, but just because I'm not interested doesn't mean you don't have to be. The whole point of me doing this channel is to share ideas with you. So maybe this is an idea for you. And finally, coming in number 1, XRG, XReality Group. Share price up 4.17%. It was up a lot. It was up over about 15% early in the day, but a little bit of sell-off. Operator XR sales update June 24, plus Operator XR awarded $800,000 government contract. I opened up the second one, not the first one. So the first one, or the second one, is a sales update. I just looked at this one, and this actually did impress me. So I am not a shareholder of this company, but this impressed me. And the reason why it impressed me was really good growth. They have relationships with the Australian Defence Force. So this is virtual reality or XReality, whatever you want to call it. They also have, what do they call it? Where you fly, not fly, like an air tunnel. I don't know what you call it. Indoor skydiving, that's what it's called, indoor skydiving. So they have virtual reality, augmented reality, that's the other one, and skydiving facility. That skydiving facilities was the original business. And I looked at it and went, what? I don't know about this. And they've just diversified into virtual reality, augmented reality. Operator provides military, which is, what's it, Operator? Operator must be one of their brands, I suppose. Provides military and law enforcement agencies with unique integrated mission planning and rehearsal systems, which is portable, secure, and highly immersive. Operator XR, which I did mention today. Okay. So the reason I was really impressed with this is they're talking about annual recurring revenue and how much it's increased in the past few months. They did have this nice little graph here. So let's just zoom in on this. So total contract value has gone from almost nothing, less than $500,000 in February, up to $4 million in June. And if you look at the new contract value, about $2 million in May and about $1.5 million in June. So really significant takeoff in contract value. And Operator XR customers is starting to increase as well. Really in May, took off in May, has fallen a little bit from May to June, but still it has accelerated. So total customers now 29, and total new customers year to date 26. So this is definitely something or company I have put on my watch list. The other reason I decided to put this company as number 1 is because the chart does or started to look interesting not that long ago. So all over the place. And then I started to see some really good volume coming in a few days ago. And we saw some really good volume coming in March near the bottom of the share price. And that volume has started to expand in the last 2 weeks as the share price wanted to go on a rally. But a lot of volatility. And when I mean volatility, we've seen the share price drop and rise by like 10% in a day, quite a few days. So if you look at the last month, not even month, the last 3 weeks, we have seen the share price rise or drop by 9% or greater in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of the days, including 3 successive days, not including today. So a lot of volatility in the share price, but I do like the increase of volume, and I do like the very fact that the share price looks like it wants to go on a run. And I think one of the reasons may be because the company is hitting performance out of the park. They're doing a good thing with that operator XR, whatever it's called. Now, that's XRG, #1 stock of the day. Not announcement of the day. I should not forget that. Anyway, what should I do now? Oh, charts. In fact, I've already looked at the main charts I want to show you. That's WTM and ODA, but I was going to show you COSOL and Demerits. So I'll finish this particular video showing you those two charts. So COSOL, and I was just talking about sentiment, that negative sentiment can linger even when the overall market has had a good day. This is definitely true for COSOL. So we've had 4 down days in a row. And I've just been following the selling in this company, and it's just seeing dumping on market, just dumping on market. I just need to dump on market. I'm scared. I'm scared. This is what happens with negative sentiment. People get scared and they just dump on market. And we're seeing that today with COSOL. And you can just see it, just looking at the trading it. It's been happening all day. Just dumping on market. I can't handle the drop in share price. I've got to dump on market. And we saw it almost immediately on open. So there's this dump on market. Here it is at 16.50. So it saw the share price go from $1.11 or $1.12 down to $1.08, just dumping on market in one foul swoop, and then no trading for a while, then continual dumps on markets. There's been some good buying coming in, but yeah, so this is just what happens when there's negative sentiment. You just see people just dumping on market. So we need to see that negative sentiment, not that negative sentiment, but we need to see that selling enthusiasm dry up. And the best way to do that is for the share price to get to an area of support. It's moving into an area of support right now. So I think this could be maybe towards the bottom of this negative sentiment spiral. It's been 4 down days in a row. Share price actually fallen from $1.30 down to $1.10 in 6 trading days. There's no reason behind it, no announcements from the company. It's just negative sentiment. It's just sentiment. People start seeing the share price drop. The other thing I should mention is stop losses. People probably set the stop losses, and other traders are trying to find those stop losses to send the share price down. So that's what happens when you have negative sentiment. Now, Demerits is another case where there has been negative sentiment. Share price down 10% yesterday, and sometimes sentiment can shift dramatically in one day. And that has happened to Demerits today. And I was actually following the share price and the selling of this company today. So let's have a look at Demerits. And we'll have a look at the 5-minute chart as well. So if the share price is up today, at one point today, the share price was down over 10%. In fact, in the first 20 minutes, share price was down about 20%. Share price got down to as low as 41 cents. So let's go to the course of sales, go all the way back to the start of the day. So it started at 46.5 cents, and then someone just went, I can't handle it, sold off yesterday, I've got to sell off today. In fact, the share price actually rallied in the first few minutes up to 47.5 cents. Actually, to 48 cents. And then there would have been a dump on market. There had to be a dump on market, yeah. At about 10.15. Yep, 10.15, the selling just amplified, and the share price down to 43 cents. Selling continued to 10.20. Continued to, I'm trying to get to the lowest point, 41 cents. There it is. There's 41 cents at 10.20. So within about 6 or 7 minutes, share price went from 47 cents to 41 cents. It's just a dump on market. And then the share price has recovered since then. And this can happen. And this actually signifies the bottom has been reached. This is a really bullish one-day candlestick, sort of candlestick you want to see. So let's have a look at the 5-minute chart. You just see the selling just happen in, yeah, there it is. 5-minute chart, selling happened, massive volume coming with that selling. That's also a pretty good sign. And then recovery. And whoever sold, I can tell you, people who sold in that first 20 minutes because they were scared. Oh, I've got to sell. Share price fell 10%. It's falling again today. I've got to sell. And then now looking at the share price going, why did I do that? Why did I do that? In fact, the share price has recovered almost 20%. But 48, not quite 20%, say 17%. Yeah, share price has recovered almost 17%. And there was a bit of a sell-off yesterday, but not much volume. So this does, when you say this really big volume, with a sell-off, does signify, if the company hasn't released any negative news, that signifies that could be the bottom. A lot of times it does. Okay, and that's all I got for charts, and that's all I have for this particular video. I was going to do some comments. I suppose I could do a few comments. Maybe. No, I won't. I'll leave that for another day. So that's all I have for today's video. If you have any questions, any thoughts, leave those in the comment section of this video. And don't forget, I am not a financial advisor. If you do need financial advice, make sure you seek out someone who is qualified and can speak to your own financial needs. That's it for this video. Have a good day. Bye.